So this could be the end of prep, I suppose. And then I was physically sick maybe 3 or 4 times during the night. I was vomiting from the bottom part of my body. Good morning. I am currently 2 weeks and 2 days out from PCA Wales. The dig has been dug, as you'll see in my last couple of videos. I've been losing weight very quickly. Food has been increased every day since Wednesday. Today's Friday. And as you'll see in the background, Team Dedicated again, reinvesting. I've got a nice little overhead ring light, which I can control the temperature depending on what colour I want to be and how brown my face is. New webcams, and yeah, a lot of investment's gone into the actual setup to make sure that the videos and the quality of check-ins are the best that we can possibly provide. So I've got 6 or 7 check-ins to do. It's now just turned 2 a.m. It's so hot last night, it was like 30 degrees, so sleep's not been fantastic, but I have been clearing a minimum of 7 hours by trying to get to bed at 7 at the latest. Most nights I'm asleep at like 6:30, sometimes even 6, so sleep's been fantastic. Energy's been terrible, training's been terrible, and I'm going to be raw in this. I'm going to tell you exactly how you should be feeling about between maybe 6 and the last 2 weeks out. I'm quite fortunate that my body's responded, so I'm going to throw up a check-in video of my current situation now, and I'll overlay that over some music while I crack on with some check-ins. So yeah, just the update. So the last video that you'll hopefully have already watched, and if you haven't, go back and watch it. It's a full day of eating and a high day. My calories were quite high that day, and my actual weight went up by 0.7 kilos. So that was the highest my weight had been for a couple of, maybe about 4 or 5 days. It was sitting at 87. The following morning, it dropped to 86.3, as I discussed. So yeah, we had an 87 kilo spike. It dropped then back to 86.3, which was the same as the day before the high day. Then it plummeted by another 0.7. So it did. I'll pop this up on the screen. Then it plummeted again to 84, and then 84.4, and then 83.5. And the interesting thing is, on all of these days where it was dropping and dropping and dropping, Jake was adding more food, whether it be 20 grams of rice with 10 grams of cream of rice, or more potato, and every single day he's putting more food. My body weight has dropped, so it's time to fill the rig. I am depleted, I am flat, I look terrible in my own head, and this is the part that I struggle most with, because people come up to me, and I'm sure that somebody who's watching this will be like, oh shit, I said that to him, but people will come up and say, you're looking really skinny, or just don't comment on people's appearance, especially when they're going into a show, because their head is never going to be psychologically in a good place to take that. Like, if you want to say, wow, you look shredded, that's completely different, or you're looking amazing, that's different. But a lot of the general population will come up to you and say, someone said to me, oh my god, you've shrunk massively. Like, that's not what I want to hear. Someone said I'm looking extremely skinny. Someone said that my face is sunken. I've had all these comments, and it yes, I know that you guys don't know that what it takes to get to a bodybuilding show and condition and stage lean, but it is demoralizing when you hear that, because then you start looking in mirrors and reflections, and then I start training in massive oversized t-shirts and hoodies because I don't enjoy the way that I'm feeling and looking. But what I'm hoping now is, with the extra food going in, and it has increased quite a lot in the last few days, that I am going to bring a completely different package to stage this year. Now, I've promised this man right here, I promised him that I would do my best to try and get a second sword, because he always took the piss that Christy had 2 and I only had 1. And he kept saying, "You're going to have to go and get another one." And I said, "I know, I will." I have all of the motivation in the world to finish this strong for him. And regardless of the sword, my goal's always been to become a PCA pro. Like, that is a goal I set out from maybe 2.5 years ago. That has been the goal. And then I got to watch Christy do it, and to be honest, that gave me a lot more joy than me doing it. But now I want to be the only couple on the Isle of Man to have PCA pro status. I also want to become the first ever male, non-binary, to win a PCA pro card on the Isle of Man as well, because we've got 2 fantastic athletes here that have already won them. Obviously my wife Christy, and the first ever PCA pro winner on the Isle of Man was Libby Christian, and again, phenomenal physique, phenomenal athlete, ticks all the boxes. So yeah, there's 2 current active let's just say pro status holders, and I would love to become the first male and the 3rd on the island to do so. So that's what we're going after in Wales. That's why we've picked the Wales show. That's why we're not doing any warm-up shows. We're going into that, and we're going into this in a completely different type of prep than we've done before. I very much have to apologise to Aaron if he is watching, because he's the one that takes all of the aggression out of me when I can't get one more rep. And if anyone knows me, I am a competitive guy. So yeah, more check-ins to do. I've got 8 to do this morning. It's 2 o'clock, so hopefully I'll be finished those by about 4 o'clock, and then I can head to the gym. So I will catch you soon. And we have our dedicated coaching protein shakers. These actually, if you use these, they increase your strength by 42% and your fat loss increases by 97% if you just drink out of this bottle. That's it, it's magic. And as you'll see in that wardrobe, we've got over 100 of these t-shirts and hoodies with only the dedicated on the back and the DC logo on the front. So these have absolutely flown out. The design is beautiful. Took a long time for us to pick a slogan, but only the dedicated is pretty. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. So that's one order done. I'll get onto the rest, and then I'm going to fire out some steps once I've done all the orders. So in the mornings I always wake up to, well, I had 37 different WhatsApps this morning. That's not messages, that's chats. So what I do is I reply to those in the morning. I might as well do some steps while I'm doing it, and then by the time I've left the house, I'm normally on 3,000, maybe 6,000 when I've left the gym, and then the rest of them just happen to, you know, fulfill the day. So we'll just mark some of these orders complete. I also like to read through the check-ins on here, because you sat at the computer for, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour reading check-ins. I can read them on my phone, and then I know exactly what I'm going into when I sit down. I know what I'm going to say. I've had time to plan it out, give it some thought and consideration. If I need to make any changes, I can do them from my phone while I'm getting my steps in. And then I go in to everybody that I haven't spoken to for at least 3 days. If I haven't spoken to a client for 3 days, they get a message just asking how everything's going, because normally I like to hear from my clients at least every 2 days, like 3-4 times a week. One on their official check-in day, maybe a couple of days later, and then another couple of days, and then it's check-in day again. Just because I think having that relationship with a client and just seeing, you know, how things are going, because a lot can go wrong in a week, is invaluable to me. I want to know what makes them tick. I want to know, have they had a promotion at work? I want to know, have they had any difficulty at home? Whatever it might be, because I'm there for them inside and out of the check-in process. And I think, to be honest, that's what gets me the results I get. That's why my retention rate is so high. I've taken my weight, it's gone down again, which is mad. So I'll box off some steps, then I'll get my pre-workout in, which actually increased yesterday by 10 grams of oats to 60. 60 oats, 40 whey, 100 blueberries. I'm currently using and utilizing injectable L-carnitine. I'm also using SLU, and these are all by Engineered Muscle products. They are fantastic, and kind of the reason I think my weight has dropped so radically in the last week. Whew. So just back from pull, another grim session, dragged through it again by Aaron today. It was tough for Aaron, to be fair, so it was me dragging him through, and it's been very much that for the last 2 weeks. Me dragging him, him dragging me dragging him. Today he struggled. Today I had a bit of energy, so it seemed to be a pretty good sesh. And look at this new t-shirt that we're about to launch probably in the next, I want to say 4 to 6 weeks. The Kimmy and Reg range, I did bring it up in the last video, but they will be available hopefully in the next 4 to 6 weeks. But the team dedicated ones I went through this morning are the ones that are now live. So back from the gym, post-workout probably in the next 20 minutes, but I like to bang a few check-ins out. And then I have laser today, so I'm going to bring you along for some laser because I'm 2 weeks out as of Saturday. So I've got a shave, pre-shave for the laser hair removal. I basically get from my waist up to my neck and sort of beard line done. So Elizabeth, you and improved, unbelievable, and the best that I've ever had for laser hair. So I'm going to crack on with my check-ins and I will catch you for post-workout. So post-workout is now 120. I am back on the big bowls and it is lovely. I actually did 110 cream of rice and 10 Frosties, just to give it like a little bit of a crunch. So yeah, food is increasing. I'm gonna pop up here my weight since the last refeed, and each day Jake's put in 20 grams of rice, 50 grams of potato, then it was another 20 grams of rice, 50 grams of potato, 10 grams of cream of rice, and it's just gone up each day by like a couple hundred calories, 150, 200-ish. And as you'll see here, my weight has just kept going down and I'm getting leaner, I'm getting tighter. I want to just say I bought one of these from Amazon. It's one of the little handheld gun massagers. Like that. Just because my recovery is not great at the moment, so I'll let you know how that goes. It's a 7 speed. Feels really nice though. So pop that on charge, eat my post-workout, go and get my laser, and then I'll catch you after. Okay, hair removal time, ready for my laser with Elizabeth. So I'm gonna jump in here, quickly shave what I can reach, and then she'll do my back. So I'm at You and Improved. Christy did help me with the shave. She heard the razor and she was like, I'm gonna go and help that boy because he can't reach his back because he's too large. Thank you so much. So yeah, Elizabeth has done this is my 4th course of laser. The hair is very fine now. Obviously still comes back, but this will kill it all off for the show. And then hopefully on the show, there'll just be like a couple of hairs to remove. So anyone on the Isle of Man who's looking for laser hair removal, I've tried quite a few people and it's never worked, but Elizabeth is the girl. She's got the most expensive machine on the island. I know she spent a lot of money on it from what I've heard. The best part is they have free chocolate. And they are like the mint ones you get, you know, when you have a meal and we go, yeah, I want a chocolate with your bill. As soon as I've done the show, I'm just gonna come and eat this whole leaf, golden leaf. But yeah, for now, I'll stick to the free water. So I'm a dolphin now. I'm going to come in next week for, what am I coming in for?
Radio frequency skin tightening.
Radio frequency skin tightening on the abs, just to see if that can take a little bit out, and then I'm going to get in the body balancer, hopefully on Monday as well, just to, well, lower back and also a little bit of drainage of fluid and stuff like that as well. So I'm going to get those booked in. So next job, I'm back from laser. I now have a sales call, and as you can see, I've upgraded my lamp, as I said this morning, but I've also procured a little clamp here that sits my phone lovely and central right in front of the lamp. Perfect for sales calls. So we'll get into this, see how it goes, hopefully another sign up, and yeah, let's get into it. That guy's signed up. I have my next meal, and then I have a call in 50 minutes with another client. potential client, so hopefully that one goes well. And then I've got 2 more meals to do, I think. 3 more meals. So yeah, take you along. Right, we're now 2 for 2 in terms of sign-ups. That last one has just signed up. My next meal is rice, green beans, Nando's sauce, and chicken. So I'm going to eat that with some YouTube on in the background. I actually want to give myself a break from working for a little bit. So 2 for 2. Look at that for a DC background. That is a galaxy and a half. Right, it is time to start winding down. I've just made my last meal. People say to me like, how do we sleep so well on prep? I'm going to say, how do you sleep so good? I'm going to show you. So Dream Sleep by JP and also Perform. So these are slightly different. They have similar ingredients. So what I do is I have 3 of these and 3 of these, and this should be 4 of these and 4 of these. So I have them, and then I've got melatonin, and I have 20 micrograms of that. I have that now about an hour and a half before bed. The melatonin goes in. So they're tiny little tablets. So yeah, I would definitely recommend those. For most people, you'd be able to get one or the other, try them, see which one works. But yeah, I'm not sponsored by JP, but Perform ones are new and they're pretty decent. So that's pretty much it for the day. If there's anything interesting tomorrow, I might bring you along, I might not. We'll see what happens. Good morning, guys. I haven't picked the camera up since yesterday. It is now the 17th of August. Literally 2 weeks today I should be stepping on stage in Wales, but the last week has been hard. I would say in the last 7 days I had taken off 4 kilos. Food has been increasing, but weight has been dropping. And yesterday, which was Saturday, I woke up. I had a very upset stomach. Let's just say, I was vomiting from the bottom part of my body. I didn't feel great all day. I did go and get my hair bleached. I don't know why, but I just seemed to have come out in like a scab on my nose and just next to my eye. I'm not sure what's happened there. My body just seems to be really fighting me now for this last part of prep, and it's challenging to be completely honest with you. But you know, yesterday I ate all my meals. We had extra food going in to hopefully fill up with the diarrhea. I feel completely flat and drained. I've not been able to keep water down. I've been actually vomiting from my mouth. Throughout the night, I went to sleep about 6, I woke up about 8, and then I was physically sick maybe 3 or 4 times during the night. And then during the night, I've dropped another ½ kilo, despite yesterday being the highest my food has been for a considerable amount of time. So this could be the end of prep, I suppose. No, we're called dedicated for a reason. We are dedicated, only the dedicated. I have check-ins to do, I've got work to do, I've got steps to do. We have a dedicated class today with Sarah. Let's get up to Elite and then we'll be off to Prime to drop off all the gym supplies orders, Carrefour, deliveries, etc, etc. So the day has to go on like normal. One exciting thing that I can tell you about is just behind me here. We are turning this room into a video capture / podcast / new feature wall type thing. So we're at Elite for steps. As I said, has to be done. No one's going to do them for you. And what I love about Elite is it's 24/7, so whatever time I want to come. Happy days.
I'm not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have something inside which is burning. And I look around and this life and everything I see is not for me. I'm supposed to be something different. I have to be something different.
Built different, built dedicated. Steps done. Well, pretty much 6,500. The rest will get done throughout the day naturally. So that's the majority of them done. Thanks Elite for the lovely air-conditioned facility. Time to go home and probably have another nap and then see if I can fully recover. squad. So as I said, the show goes on. We are at Prime Performance and we have a tobacco class. I'll throw some footage up. It's effectively like a HIIT class where we've got all our clients in. Anyone that's a member is available to come down, join in, try out a different class. We've done Zumba, we've done Pilates, we're going to do yoga, we're doing this today. We like to give everything a little bit of a chance, but this class can burn up to 500 calories in 50 minutes. But as I said this morning, it's been a long old night for me. I didn't get much sleep. I don't know what's happened to my face, but you'll see there, that must have been me vomiting last night and scratching my face or whatever, I don't know. But I've woke up covered in sores, so I've got 2 weeks to get rid of that. So from here, we'll be going to Tesco to get some Savlon. So Jake has replied, an extra 10 grams of rice, that's 100 per meal, so 200 grams in the rice cooker behind me. Potato meal will stay the same. I have 100 cream and rice before bed instead of 80, and my first 2 meals are already consumed, so they stay as they are. I did have a squares bar after I threw up last night. I messaged Jake to tell him that, but it's only 150 calories, so he said, and obviously the weight this morning was down again, half a kilo. So I just need to hydrate today. I need to get 6-7 litres in to try and make up for what come out of me last night. Electrolytes going in, glutathione doubled up today. So yeah, I'm going to be peeing a lot today, and hopefully tomorrow my weight actually will go up. So I'm probably just going to leave the camera there and chill all day because I need to get off my feet. Steps are done, class is done, Tesco's is done, 9,000 steps done. I'll do the rest by accident.